Hello.
Greetings, everybody.
I think we're live. I think I've pressed the right buttons.
Well, it always takes ages to come up on here. We always say that. We always go to grab Stephen.
Can people hear us and see us? We can't see any gameplay in the background, though, can we?
We're always doing this.
What have I done? Is it working? Afternoon, ladies, says Scooby. So, yeah, we're obviously
exactly.
live. And always blame Dez's hashtag already, so that's good.
Everybody's there.
Can people see the game behind us, or is it just a black screen? Because all we can see is a black screen.
Yeah, which is pretty dull.
Click on the game. Click on the game window. It says.
Click on there.
Sorry.
Click it. Who said that? Stephen.
Stephen, come and tell us what we're doing wrong if people can't see it.
We're way beyond our technical.
Yeah. There we go.
See.
Off and on.
Off and on.
Always works.
There we go.
Right.
Fixed it.
We're back. So we've done it.
Stephen.
Thanks, Stephen.
Right.
Bye.
Stroke of genius there.
Organised as ever, us.
Indeed, very well. It's been a busy few weeks. You've been away, haven't you?
I've first day back for 3 weeks.
I know.
So not really with it at the moment.
No,
got to be honest.
Catching up.
Blame Des. Des didn't leave it in the right state after last stream.
He never does.
No. So but here we are. We're back again, and we are back with having released the Salmon update today.
Exciting.
Which I can see some people talking about.
Yeah, I hope you guys are happy about that.
Yeah. So don't ask me how you catch the salmon because I haven't been here. You can try and ask Mark, but I think he's going to tell you guys to try and work it out for yourselves, aren't you?
Well, I think that there's some really big salmon to be caught. We'll go at it together. I think we're going to try and catch some. I couldn't really say which are the best lures.
So how big do the salmon go up to then?
The salmon, I think we've got 44 pound on Miller and 35.2 on Boulder.
And is that a coho?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. So we have got.
Go down there.
Caroline says how many new fish have we got? We've got 2 new species.
2 new species: the coho and the Chinook.
Chinook
salmon.
Both salmon. Yep. Have we got boss fish for them?
I don't know. Stephen will tell you that.
Stephen will tell you on the chat if there's boss fish. I think there should be.
Yes.
And
good question.
They are in the applicable US lakes, aren't they?
That's right. Yes.
So you'll find them in the US lakes where they are meant to be. They are not European salmon, so they are not in the European venues, I don't think. Or did we put them in Valdesy and Bergsey?
Again.
I don't think we did. But you can only spin for them, and you cannot. We have not suddenly done fly fishing, so I just want to clear that one up straight away. There are named salmon as well to catch. Carlos asks about Peacock Bass. Not yet, Carlos. Peacock Bass are certainly something that we're looking at, and I've seen a few designs for them float around.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they are not in the game yet. Pixel Light Gaming says, "Are you guys going to add new boats?"
What type of new boats?
Well, do you mean as in new bass boats or new types of boats?
New brand.
Yeah, we'll tell you as much as we can. But if you're talking about new bass boats, then yes, we are. If you're talking about different types of boat, then maybe.
Yeah, indeed. Good answer.
Yeah,
that's yeah.
So
that was good. I like that.
There we go. So Shep has noticed the new maps in the trophy section, which is good to see. We kind of teased something about that last week, didn't we?
With the new maps for the upcoming lakes.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think there's too much
that we can't say because we gave the names away.
We gave the names away. So yeah, we're not going to tell you exactly when, but
it's soon.
It's soon. The tournament bass pack will be launching, which will feature
Lake Seminole.
Yep.
And Lake Jordan.
Yeah,
two very famous US
tour lakes. Yep. So there we go. That will be coming out shortly. We're not going to say too much at this stage because we're going to tease it over social media and we don't want to ruin it.
No. But check out social media this week. Probably Thursday. We'll give you some more information, and then I think maybe towards the weekend or over the weekend we will announce exactly when it's going to come. That gives you a lot of information. It does really.
And it'll be very similar to the twin pack that launched on the day of the Pro Tour release. The giant cart pack, which obviously featured 2 venues, which I think everyone really enjoyed. The Raisbury South and Gillam's.
Gillam's, yeah.
This will be a twin pack that features Seminole and Jordan.
Yes.
So
and the same price. So it's $11.99, $14.99. Obviously, with the American US lakes, you get well over 4,000 acres of gaming water, so to speak.
Yep.
It'll add multiple rounds to your career.
Yep. Yeah, they'll all be able to go straight into your career mode.
Yeah. Right, let's see if we can catch some salmon.
Yeah. So there you go. So another cool thing, while Mark's trying to catch salmon, which is obviously a prominent part of this update, is there's more anglers gone into the game as well now.
There's been some more anglers, yes.
And we have a real Martin dynasty in the game now.
We do have a Martin dynasty, yes.
We've added Roland Martin, obviously Scottstad, Hall of Fame angler.
The godfather of
If
bass
Scott's
fishing.
not famous enough for you, then Roland is, that's for sure. And we've also added Scott's daughter, Hilary, who is fast becoming a very, very good angler in her own right as well.
Absolutely, yes.
Has her own social media channels for you to check out, with where she's catching lots and lots of different fish, including some very impressive bass. So all 3 of those guys are in. We have some new carp anglers. We've got some of the Waft anglers that are prominent in the Waft company. Louis Rousseau, who's the founder member of Waft. We've got some more FLW Tour anglers as well, haven't we? John Hunter,
yes,
Grey Buck, people like that. So yeah, more anglers for you to take on as well. So quite an important and significant update for us, with more to come all the time. How's it going?
I'm just checking out. I got out there, did a bit of casting around. I think I want a better lure. I think I'll use that one. I like my Christy Claw. I'm 100% sure it's a salmon bait, but we'll see.
So let's see.
That was a good one.
Can you guys make a tutorial video on how to use the throwing stick? Yes.
Don't see why not.
That's a good point.
It's pretty simple, but yeah, absolutely.
Yep, we will do that for you. Let's see. So Saf says, what map are you on, and what lure are you using?
I'm using the Christy Claw.
You just changed.
Yeah, just changed to the Christy Claw. Let's have a look. Bring it up before I cast again.
There it is.
Yeah, Christy Claw.
And what lake are you on?
I'm on Boulder, I think. Boulder or Miller, one of the 2.
You went on to Miller, didn't you?
Yeah, I went on to Miller. That's
big
right.
Salmon there.
Yeah, so there's the Christy Claw. Got the rattle trap or the shockwave. Personally, the Christy Claw is one of a lure that I like to use. Always done me well. Rattle traps are always good as well. I think probably for the salmon, some of the nice spoons will probably be quite good as well. We'll give this one a go. In fact, we'll give all 3 a go. But we're starting off with the Christy Claw, so this is my favourite.
So let's see what else has come in. So Shep says, is there going to be bigger bass on these new maps, or can you not say? Shep, I can't remember off the top of my head, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, how big the bass go in these lakes. We will, I think 15, £16, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think you find later this week
we will be giving more information.
We're giving a much bigger update as to kind of exactly what what it is.
But whatever the lake record,
yes,
on Lake Jordan and Lake Seminole that's how big the bass will go up to. We won't put them in any bigger if they haven't been caught, because it's a real well venue.
Yeah.
So however big they go on those lakes, or have gone on those lakes in the past, is what we'll go up to. So that hopefully helps that out for you. Let's see, I just saw a question from Scooby Hayes. Has Sam sorted the pike out in W1 Lakes, Darren? Raisbury one, I guess that is. Scooby, I've been away, so I also see you ask about the pike fights. Stephen, if you're on here still monitoring, can you answer that for me? Because I'm still rapidly trying to catch up with everything. So I'll be honest, and I'm not sure of the answer on that one.
Yeah, you can troll for the salmon.
Yeah, there's no reason why you couldn't. So there you go. Darth Badger is answering why you can't call bass the name of a tackle box. Unfortunately, it's because the filters we have to use in there, and the last 3 words of bass come up as a invalid name. Tigers Media, any Australian fish coming out for the game? Not at the moment, Tigers, but doing an applicable Australian venue would be interested in doing. If there's anything you can recommend in terms of carp, well, not carp, because I don't think you do your carp fishing out in Australia, you're not supposed to, but any applicable bass fishing venue you could recommend, we'll certainly look into.
Definitely.
So let's see what else. Ali Cat says new lake ? No, this isn't a new lake, Ali Cat. This is Lake Miller, which we are fishing at the moment because it's got very big salmon in which are new to the game as a free update today. So that's why we're on there. Bayway 41510, can you guys fix multiplayer? It's unplayable unless you're the host screen. Flips crazy when reeling in a fish. Bayway, we've released an update today, and let me know if that still happens on the update, and we will look into that for you. We know there's a few multiplayer issues, and we've done as much testing on that as we can and made it as stable as we can, but if there's still issues, then we will look into that straight away for you. What about catching the trout on maggots or worms in this lake? We haven't got trout in this lake, have we? With salmon.
Yeah, just salmon, I think.
Yeah, so I think Stephen has. There you go. So the pike will swing on the other side of the lake from where you can fish. Sam has been working on a fix so they're closer to the pegs. That's on Raisbury for the pike. There we go. What about pole fishing? There's still no plans for pole fishing at the moment, George. I'm afraid still not a big enough demand for that with the other things that we want to do.
Talked about it though, mate.
Yeah, we talked about it, but we
I like the idea.
yeah, you're ex-match angler and you like the idea of pole fishing, don't you?
I think we could do something with it.
Something we should look at, I think. So
Bass
doesn't
still
count.
take it. No, still take it. £6 bass. We'll have one more cast with this lure, and then
I'm not fancying your chances on this lure.
You're not?
No.
Alright, I'll take your advice.
Okay, that's a first.
I know. Got to do something to entertain. Alright, well, let's find somewhere else.
Oh, you're gonna posh on us and got rid of your HUD and that.
Got rid of the HUD.
And that means you're driving into the rocks.
Exactly. That's where I'm going. We're going to go up here. See, look, I know a good spot.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it far?
It's not far.
Okay.
Just up around it. He says. Well, as you watch me not catch anything.
Where's your little spot?
Just here.
In this little bay, is it?
Yeah, man.
Okay. And this is where you're going to catch a big salmon?
This is where I'm going to catch a big salmon. On my rattle trap.
On your... Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Be a minor miracle.
And there's the honesty.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a spot, but let's hope it's a salmon spot.
Nice. So Scooby Hay says we need a server to run multiplayer so it's even playing.
Yes, we do.
We're looking at servers, absolutely. Let's see what else. Creek fishing, not fly. Not sure what you mean by that, Pixel Light, I've got to be honest. Tell me more about creek fishing, basically.
Ooh.
Is it different to bass fishing? Dedicated multiplayer servers, yes. That is something that we are
on our horizons.
Yeah, something that we're looking at. We know we need. Any chance of any UK lakes or rivers coming soon? Well, says Mark. Well, in July we gave you Raisbury, and in September we are giving you Bass Lakes. So I reckon the next one after that, there'll be a fair chance we'll be back to European type lakes.
Yes.
Can't say too much more than that at this stage.
No, not at the moment, but we've got plenty of more American venues and plenty more European venues planned over the next 12 months. So there will not be a shortage of either. You know, there are different styles of fishing. We get that, but yeah, we will make sure that everybody is entertained for their style of fishing.
Yep, definitely. So Shep 777 says, bought the game 3 days ago on sale and absolutely loving it. You guys have made such an amazing game.
Nice. Well,
thank you. We appreciate that. Please tell your friends.
Yeah.
Please leave a review.
Yeah.
Always grateful for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. No,
but yeah,
it's lovely to get feedback like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
We try our best.
Caroline says, please can you bring it to Nintendo Switch?
Ooh.
What do you think?
It's a possibility, and I know that. I was at a meeting today, so it's simple as that. I could honestly say it's a possibility, but that's all I can say.
Yeah, can't give any time frame.
No, Nintendo Switch was mentioned in the meeting I was in, and I would absolutely love it. The thought of being able to fish while you're fishing, especially with a carp angler, it just takes the awesome game we created and kind of makes it a little bit mobile, and I love that. That just means you can play more.
Yep.
It can't hurt. So there's a process involved in that, obviously, without a shadow of a doubt. So, but yeah, it's definitely a positive thing.
Good answer.
Right.
Pixelite saying creek it's where the smallmouth are, basically.
Oh, nice.
So, I mean, would we need to build a particular venue, or is it like a feature within a lake? We should have like a creek area. If you could let me know that, I'd appreciate that. Put some bend in the rods, yes. Blame Des, #blame Des. We know we need to improve the physics in the rods.
Ooh.
Wrong species.
I know, but
doesn't
it's
count.
not bad though. Look at the teeth on that bad boy.
Non-bass though, so yeah, you're getting there. So yes, that's something that we'd like to improve on. Absolutely. Will carp ever go into the US lakes?
Ooh.
That's something that we're pushing for.
Absolutely.
It will
I totally want it.
Yeah, it will do.
It will do. It will. I can put my foot down. My hand down.
Being able to fish for carp from designated areas around the lake and on a boat is certainly something that we want to add. So yes.
Because there's some amazing carp in some of these American bass lakes that actually exist. So even the real world venues, even the real world venues that we've got in game, we wouldn't, we like to follow the state records. We like to make sure it's realistic and all the things that we do. And if we put carp in these lakes, the mirror carp, the common carp, the buffalo carp, we wouldn't be doing anything that isn't true to the lake. So it absolutely makes sense for us to have these fish catchable in these huge lakes, and some what would be some really cool, elusive trophy fish, named fish. In such 50, 60 of them in 2,000 acres, they would be really big prizes, just like they would be in real life. And yeah, absolutely, you can tell them up for it.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, we know they're there. I saw some really cool commons, jumping out of the water.
Yeah.
When I was in Tennessee, and they said they've probably barely been fished for.
Absolutely.
I'm talking like 30-pound commons.
Yeah. We could. It could be amazing fun just spending the time travelling around these lakes hunting. Even more so than when you're fishing.
No bow fishing from.
No bow
That's
fishing.
Just cruel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't have that to our precious carp.
No, not our lovely carp. But yeah, the ability just to be able to spend all that time looking for these serious trophy fish, which would be very cool.
Yep. Let's see what else. Pole fishing maybe, so SimWorld Gaming. Have you got all your pole fishing friends to come on today and ask for it?
I think so, yeah. Next time we're on is all my ill friends. Just here.
So no, we're not doing pole fishing at the moment.
No.
We've talked about it. It's quite a lot of work for not enough demand at the moment in terms of other things that we want to do as well. So not at the moment.
But not off our road.
That's not off, no, but not at the moment. So, Twist Sucker, can I get a serious answer to when the rod actions will be done? That was a serious answer. We know we need to improve it.
Yes, we do.
We don't have a time frame on when we're going to improve it at the moment because we're busy adding new features as well. So, as soon as possible is the best answer we can give at the moment.
Well, I think that it's obvious to you guys that we update this game regularly. You can tell if you've been playing this game for a while, before it was even Pro Tour, that we do updates on a monthly basis. We'll fix things, we'll update things, we'll improve things all the time. It's what our live service is about. We know that there's stuff to do with the rods, with the way that they react. It's something that we want to get fixed. The way the rod bends, the way the rod reacts. It's going to be soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Things coming in that I'm missing, so apologies for that, but I'll answer as many as I can. State record for carp in New York is £50. Yeah,
nice.
I'd love to have some £50 carp in the Lake Boulder, for example, which is upstate New York. Grass carp ?
Grassies would be in a zander spot, a walleye spot.
Grass carp. Yeah, quickly. Next one. We'll get back to the grass carp. What can you do with the money? Not the tackle points. The money in career mode is just a reflection of how well you're doing. There's nothing you can do with them. It's almost like a status symbol, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
In terms of how well you're getting on. So it's there just to
career
show how
earnings
you're getting on.
over a period of time.
Yep. So there we go. Grass carp, it's a species we're thinking about, isn't it? We've got a lot of carp species in there already, so
I think it's inevitable. I think we'll get there. I think it's inevitable.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if we find out some of these American lakes might have any in, then I think that it's kind of one of the remaining ones that we've still got to go.
Yep.
So yes.
So Twisted Sucker says, thanks for addressing my question. No problem at all. That was about the rod bending.
Cool.
And someone else came in about the bending as well. So hopefully you heard the answer I gave to Twisted Psycho, because you wrote the question out 4 seconds before he responded. So hopefully you heard what I said. Hey guys, has the Wolseley catch rate for fish other than carp been fixed? Stephen, that is one for you. If you could let Andy TNT know on that one, please. A couple of things coming about eels. Why did you say anything?
Well, because it amuses me for a start. It amuses everybody out there, like Darth Badger and the rest of the crew.
Yeah. Carlos says, Darren, can you add more salmon to this lake? Carlos, don't let the way Mark's fishing put you off. The update's only just gone out today. There are plenty of salmon in there, so you will find them. Don't worry.
You've just got to be skilled.
Yeah, you just got to know what you're doing, unlike Mark.
Oh,
so then you'll be fine. So that's all good.
Dear, it's brutal.
Good luck getting answers now that it's merged. Ever thought about a UK stream and a North American stream? That way everyone feels answered. Chad, we do our best on here. It's a good thing that we're busy and popular. If you don't get the question answered, then feel free to ask us across any of our social media, and we will always answer you there.
Kayakos, Facebook, you name it.
So there we go. So hopefully that helps you there. That's a top advice. If you don't get your question answered in the stream, then send it straight away on direct message on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, and we will answer you there, no problem. Carlos says it's basically impossible to catch salmon. Carlos, keep the faith. You've had only a few hours to try and do so. So it's not impossible, and don't give up too quickly. You'll be fine. Caroline, you're quite right. Scooby should stop picking on me. Thank you for helping me there. And tell him to leave me alone. You're quite right.
Get your own defences there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hashtag Darren the eel. No.
Darren the eel. Yeah.
No, we're not having eels, and we're not having boss fish eels named Darren. David asking for more different fish to Gillams. Yeah, we will go back in time, I would have thought, and add
definitely
more
some
species,
more fish in Gillams,
especially if they're relevant to other lakes as well that we might be looking at.
Yeah.
So
we're not going to have gone to the effort of creating those lovely fish for Gillams and the sort of fish from that region, without thinking of other places to put them in the future.
Yeah. Can we get a timer on single player mode? As in just going out leisurely fishing at a timer on it. Is that what you mean? Says K12 Outdoors. If that is, then let me know and we can look at that.
Yeah.
So no problem there.
Australia.
Gallman says, I live in North Carolina, fish at Lake Jordan all the time. It's famous for it.
Cool.
So that's good to know. Can you put an Australian map in? Someone else asked that earlier, Daniel, and I think he came back and said about doing around the Sydney Harbour has got bass in it, which is interesting. I didn't know that for a start. But if there's any venues you know in particular in Australia that are well fished for bass, that are famous for its bass fishing, then shout out and let us know, and we'll look into that. No problem. So Big Timers apologise to Caroline. So all is good again now.
The equilibrium has returned.
It has, yeah. So how are you getting on?
I'm into another fish. I think this is my fifth, but I don't know if there's a salmon yet. I've not seen it jumping, so I don't think it's a bass. We'll see. Fingers crossed, that's all I can say. They are there. Bass fishing for you.
So K12 Outdoors come back. Yes, like an hour 30-minute session on single player mode is an option. To be honest, K12, we've left single player as no pressure, fish it how you want, as long as you want, or as short as you want. But
option,
I guess we could put in another menu option before you go into that session if you want to put a timer on it. We'll talk to Des about that.
Focuses the mind, I suppose.
Yeah, see how hard it is or easy it is to do. Gamer Man says, can you add rivers? This is one that comes up often for us, isn't it?
Yeah, we'd love to, though, wouldn't we? I think that there's so many venues. We want to
get it right.
We've got to get the flow right. We've got to get the underwater.
We're not going to fake it. We're not going to, bodge like your float trotting down the river. So as soon as we can get flow in the water and currents and all things like that,
we can do the Ebro then, couldn't we, as well? So I was way down on my clutch then.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
You've just been playing it.
Just been pretending. Pretending it was a massive fish.
Yeah.
It's a bass. No, I don't think it is.
So Carlos says, what lures would you recommend for trophy bass in Lake Travis? You're always going to recommend your...
a Christie Claw.
A Christie
I've caught some massive...
Craw.
Yeah, I've caught some massive bass on it. So
yeah. You love a Christie Craw,
I do, yeah.
And you like your rattle trap, silver
I do
chrome.
like my red and my silver chrome rattles.
Yeah. So try those.
Yeah,
that'll help.
Let me know how you get on.
And Carlos says he asked Aaron about Euroaqua. Yeah, we know about Euroaqua out in Hungary, don't we?
We do.
We've had a few conversations.
World record.
Yeah, so we'll see where that one goes. Bit
of Cardmore.
So there you go. North American Dovetail Fishing League takeover, asking for timed freedom fish and 2-player only multiplayer setting for the takeover tournament to keep it as even as possible and not to have to use multiplayer mode. I can see what you mean by then. Like we said, leave that with us. We will talk to Des about how easy it is to implement putting a timer on freedom fishing.
Well, it gives you an option if you wanted to have it on there so that you can focus your mind on fishing certain timed with regards to practicing.
And I guess
tournaments.
you could turn your freedom fishing into a tournament again as well if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So yeah, leave that one with us. I know Stephen's on board keeping an eye on things as well. So Stephen, you make that as a note from tonight that we need to go to development and ask them about that. So what about water movement, weather factors, etc.? Water movement we need to improve, and we need, it'd be lovely to get some power poles on the boat, for example. But there's no point having them at the moment until you actually need them. So that's coming in the future. The weather already does have an effect on things. Getting things such as water clarity in the game as well, taking it even further is something
sight fishing
we certainly want to look into. So that will be
cool.
That'll be ongoing. Yeah. So Twisted Psycho's come back to me and said bass can be caught along the majority of the east coast of Australia, stretching from the Mary River in Bundaberg in the northeastern state of Queensland, right the way down as far as the southeastern state of Victoria.
Nice.
So yeah, maybe we should look, especially with an Australian angler in the game now, Carl Jocumson.
Yeah,
we should maybe look to do an Australian lake. So that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So Dark Hatos has come in, doing his best English, being French, and you've done much better English than I could French, so don't worry. Where is a salmon deep in lake? So I think what you're saying is, are the salmon in deep water in the lake? Do you know the answer to that one?
I think they're all over, really. I think you might find some of them in deep water, but the ones I've caught over the last few days and last week weren't. But I know that they won't just be around the outskirts of the lake or in the shallow water. I just like fishing shallow water. I was getting my lure to the bottom quicker because it's shallower. So, and I noticed there was a lot of big fish on the bottom of the water using the sonar.
But we would recommend Lake Miller for the biggest salmon, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
And the most salmon. So that's one thing we will say.
There's plenty of salmon in there. I mean, just got to find them.
So we Stephen's let K12 Outdoors know about float fishing for US species last week. It will be in the next update potentially, improvements on that. Will you bring any of the lakes on Eurofishing over, or is it a completely different engine? Says Shane. Shane, it's not a different engine, but the engine has been upgraded significantly since Eurofishing.
Yeah,
and we also changed from like a 24-hour clock in Eurofishing to different times of day, and made massive improvements to the graphics of improvements to the water. So it would take a lot of work to bring any of the Eurofishing venues over, and I don't think it's viable. I don't think it's fair to charge you for a Eurofishing lake in Fishing Sim World. So I can't see it being done. Certainly not short term anyway, unfortunately. Look, you're on the trout now. Getting closer to the salmon.
It's better.
So
some Christie claw.
Tigers Media says he's caught all his salmon shallow so far. So that's
there we go.
And Bayway says, what is the largest size salmon at the moment? They go up to 44 pounds.
44 is the biggest we've got in the game.
Big,
he's a beast.
Big salmon, yeah.
Put up a nice fight.
So Thunder and Lightning would be brilliant. Yeah, I don't think you'd want to be in the water necessarily during Thunder and Lightning.
Holding a carbon rod in your hand.
Yeah, exactly. What is a good bait to catch a spotted catfish? That is a good question.
Spotted catfish?
I've got a list of some of the best baits for catfish that I sent to someone who asked me on Facebook when I was manning social media, when Stephen had the audacity to have a few days off.
What?
We will find the answers and we will let you know. And maybe Stephen could do a guide to catching the new catfish. Or maybe there's an article for Stephen. Different lures or different baits for different species in the game. Just giving a rough guide to what you should be using to catch the different species. To try
by midday tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
No pressure, Stephen. Okay.
Alive Fancy says, fed up with these big updates. 27 gigabytes of time is too much for my 500 gig Xbox. Lol. Sorry, Alive Fancy, but the Xbox rules are that you have to download the whole game each time, unfortunately, aren't they?
It is the case, yeah.
So
we want to put all our updates into the core product. It should overwrite it, so it's 26 gig each time, but you're not adding. It's not multiples. You're not 50 and then 100. It will overwrite it, so it's never going to be any bigger. Apart from the updates that we put in, which we didn't add too much to it this time, a couple of gig, I think. So
Darth Badger's right. Thunder and lightning would be very, very frightening.
Thunder.
There's a song in there somewhere.
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia?
Isn't it?
No.
No, that's what the next line.
Oh, that's the next line. I thought you were going all ABBA on me.
No.
What about an ocean fishing free DLC? Daniel, do you realise how big ocean fishing would be in its own right?
Yes.
So, without being rude, it would be a huge, huge thing to do.
Yeah.
And it is something we want to do. To do it as a DLC, no. We would want people having access to it through the core game, whether it be a free update to the core, don't know, far too early to tell. Whether it be a game in its own right, don't know, still far too early to tell. But doing it as a DLC, it wouldn't be a DLC.
Yeah. I mean, we're keeping our bass lakes at 2,000 acres because of getting the quality in the lake, and you're not spending 3 days trying to travel from one side of the lake to the other. It's absolutely we want to do it, but we've just got to find the right way to go about it. Sections of water like that doesn't feel right, so I don't know how we're going to do it yet.
Yeah. So can you change the way the player holds the bait casters? We know that annoys you, and we also don't like the way his wrist behaves when he reels in. So that again, these are all like cosmetic improvements that we want to make. But equally at the same time, with the size of the team we have as well, we're trying to do major improvements or fixes or gameplay, new pieces of gameplay. So we're prioritising everything, and if it's a cosmetic thing, we will get to it, but it's not a massive priority. So yeah, you caught that on the drop, didn't you? Nice. That's cool. So storm conditions, possibly, yeah, we could look to add storm conditions potentially. I'm sure the artists are going to hate me for saying that, because I'm sure there's a lot of work involved there.
Wind and all that sort of stuff, the natural progression of things. Would be, if you got wind and you got, you need, the dynamic weather, the two added up equal, if you see what I mean.
Yep, absolutely. So Darth Badger tells us it's Bohemian Rhapsody. We knew that. The confusion was.
Well, I said Mamma Mia, which is the next line after.
The next line, I thought he meant it was an ABBA song.
No, he just doesn't know.
We know what it is.
We knew what it was.
Yeah, of course. So, Caroline, don't you want me to start shouting? Stephen needed some time off. Really? Caroline, you were on my side 5 minutes ago.
He's got another week off planned in a couple of weeks' time.
I know.
I've not approved. Yeah, I know. He's approved it. I've not approved it yet.
I know.
I'm not sure I should.
No.
Not until he's done his article.
His article about the best baits for the different fish. Yeah, absolutely.
In detail.
So Pixel Light Gaming says, when are you guys going to release the Bass Trophy Catch Pack trailer? The Trophy Bass Pack trailer will be coming.
The tournament, the pack we just announced.
Yeah.
The tournament Bass Pack.
Yeah,
that's what you
meant.
I
think so. Yeah.
Soon. Yeah. This by the weekend.
This time next week, if you haven't had it, shout at us.
Shout at whoever's on. Who's on next week? Is it Des again?
I'll probably blame Des.
Yeah. You'd have seen it by Tuesday. By the time we air next Tuesday, the trailer for the next DLC will be out. I can pretty much say that with certainty.
So Daytona says 1973. So he says, any plans for a new DLC? Daytona, we teased something earlier on this week, end of last week, which was the Tournament Bass Pack, which will be 2 new venues. It will be Lake Jordan and Lake Seminole, which will be a twin pack, same price as the giant carp pack. So you'll be able to get that soon. We'll be giving you more details as the week goes on. So just to clarify things with the size of this update, the size of this update is about 1.7 gigabytes.
Yeah.
But the way Xbox does it, it means that you have to reinstall the whole game again. It doesn't overwrite anything or lose your progress.
No.
But your Xbox will basically uninstall and reinstall the whole game, which is now at 27 gigabytes. If you're on PC or on PlayStation, it will just add the download, which is 1.7 gigabytes. So there we go. So Caroline has said to you in capitals,
I know, I saw
give
that.
Stephen his time off.
I think Caroline's shouting at me.
She is, I think. So.
I will consider it, Caroline. Don't worry. But if I don't give it to him now, he's going to want it at some point this year. So I might give it to him now. What's left of summer.
Yeah, absolutely. So the North American Dovetail Fishing League Takeover, which you can find on Facebook, has hosted its own 84 tournaments to date. We're close to 200 members now. Thanks for the shout-outs last week. Let's see if we can get to 200 soon. If you get to 200 by next Tuesday, we'll give you something to give away as a prize.
Absolutely. We've got some lures in the office. We've got some T-shirts.
So there you go. So everyone go and check them out and make sure that you play their tournaments, because they are really cool. And if you can get it to 200 by next Tuesday, you'll have some prizes to give away.
Just let Stephen know.
The further away from 200 you get, so like 250, 300, the better the prizes get. Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go.
And we've got some really cool social media following, the groups of people, and these guys are they're smashing it at the moment. So it's a lot of fan sites. So check them all out. Go onto Facebook and Google the game, or put Facebook into the game, and it brings you up a list. Obviously, be subscribed to our page, goes without saying, but be subscribed to all the others. There's so much of the information that we provide that's fed over to there, and then so much information that the people that play on these sites help each other out all the time.
Yep.
And that's the way you get better. That's the way you'll find out what's the best lure for salmon, not necessarily from coming to us. We'll try and post, and Stephen's going to do an awesome article. I can feel it. But you'll find it on these other websites.
Yep. So size 2 weed hooks and pop-up dead baits, please, says Daft Badger. And
Pop-up
Ian
dead
Cook
baits.
says size 2 hooks for weed beds. Can you get a...
We got 2 hooks in the game because of the dead baits.
But I don't think we've got...
You could put something in it, I suppose.
You don't get like a choddy rig with a size 2 hook on it, do you?
You could do if you're fishing for big
I
fish.
guess you wanted to, yeah.
You know, if you're fishing at Euroac, you might want to chunk a hook, size 2 crank.
Yeah, well, thank you. We'll take that on board. We'll look into that. Can you add audio commentators for career mode and online? Yeah, that'd be cool, Gamer Man. Getting someone like Chris Jones, who's already giving you the introductions and that, being able to do some kind of commentary for tournaments.
It would be good. Yeah.
That'd be amazing, yeah. So that'd be something. That's a stretch goal, I think we call it, don't we?
I think that's exactly what it's called, yeah.
So that'd be nice. Crawfish, I think, for salmon, says a live fancy as a good bait. Hopefully it is, but Mark has shown so far maybe not.
I'm gonna catch this fish, whatever it may be, and then we'll flick over to we'll do like the last 10-20 minutes on Boulder. It was 10 minutes or 15 because we were a little bit late starting, weren't we?
Yeah.
On Boulder, and we'll see if we can use a craw over on there as well. So, because I've got faith in it. These just guys, they just strike on instinct.
Yep. So Pixel Light says he lives in Oklahoma. It's a good place to fish, so maybe okay for a lake. Yeah. Particularly if there's tournament venues in Oklahoma, then I'm sure we'll end up doing a venue in Oklahoma. So yeah, no problem there. Shep has a quick problem with Lake Travis on PS4. Right up the top, there's no water texture. It's completely white. I've sent in a ticket just for to let you know.
When you send in the ticket,
just
let us
Shep,
know.
have you played the update, which hopefully has fixed those kind of issues?
Yeah, we should have. If it
hasn't, then it will be very quickly. Absolutely. So we've got about 10 minutes left, and Mark is struggling to catch the salmon. It's not been a very good example on the salmon update, has it, so far? It's not. In fairness to you.
We've talked about it.
We've talked about salmon, we just haven't shown them.
No pressure. No.
Well.
Lots of pressure, in other words.
And you're playing it with 14.
Yeah, well, it could be a big salmon. Don't want to lose it. No. And it's a bass. Right. Let's have a look what I did catch though.
I'm not interested in what you did catch because it's all irrelevant.
It's just pressure. Right, Boulder.
Okay.
Boulder's the one. They're out there, they're elusive, but they're hey, look at that.
Live fancy, instead of pics of fish, can we have the names instead? If you go to your angler's log, the names of the fish will be in there, won't they?
Yeah.
So you can find them there. Yeah. On what's in the lake, says a live fancy. Names of the fish that are in the lake. We'll give you all the information of what's coming in these lakes.
What's on Boulder?
Nearer the time. So, and also, before you go into each lake, as Mark is about to here, there you go. It shows the number. Go back, Mark, just quickly. The species 6 of 15, and it shows the different species of fish that are in there.
Yeah.
So we do give you all that information. So that's
on Boulder. I'm gonna try. I was on Boulder, so I'm gonna try Miller.
Okay. K12 says hashtag Arkansas Lakes. Lots of tour stops here.
Nice.
Yeah. We'll no doubt be going to Arkansas then. That's no problem.
Yeah. We'll have a tour venue.
Chad says hashtag Great Lakes are called that for a reason. I'm sure they are. Yeah, we've heard of the Great Lakes, haven't we?
We have.
So we'll be looking at that. Brady says new boats coming soon, ? Brady, there will be... Yes.
It's kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Different types of bass boats will be coming soon. And after that, there'll be a different type of boat altogether coming soon as well. Can't say any more than that at this stage.
No.
Tell you it's coming, and we'll tease you over time as to who, what, where and when. So K12 says hit me up when you guys come to Arkansas. We will. I'll hold you to that, no problem.
Yeah. Show us around.
So so Mark, you've got around 7 minutes
7 minutes
to catch a salmon. Have you gone back to your faithful craw?
Go back to the craw, change venues.
Okay. Know this spot, do you? Is this a known salmon spot or just a spot you like fishing?
This is I like fishing this spot underneath this rock here.
Okay.
But can't say I've caught many salmon from it in the last couple of weeks, to be quite honest. But hey,
clutching at straws now, aren't you?
well, you set me up a task, and yet again, you never know. I'm really good at nailing these things at the very end.
You missed that. You weren't watching.
Yeah.
Fish came up and launched into it.
Right.
And jumped out. That's cool.
Let's do it the perfect strike.
We almost need an action replay.
This could be a salmon.
That's a trout.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
It's lively.
Saw it come up. Can tell you what it is.
Smashed it.
Oh look, we got an offer if we come to Michigan as well. Thank you, Chad.
So keep them going.
I think I've got a funny feeling I'm going to be proposing going to Michigan for an event I've seen.
Cool. So there you go, meet Chad.
Phantom says he gave Lake Miller trout this morning. Pulled in some trout but no salmon yet. North part of the lake. They're in there. You'll find them. Trust us. That's okay, 12 outdoors. By the way, not sure if you guys have made the connection yet, but I'm Chris Rogers in the North American Dovetail Fishing League. I know it's confusing at times. I'm standing on the wire of Mark's
just
controller, which is annoying him, so sorry about that. Pixel Light Gaming, have more than one person in the boat if you're fishing with someone. Yeah, we want to do that. We want to have multiplayer where you can both be in the same boat.
Yeah.
Co-op angling. Absolutely. That's going to take us a little while though, but it is something we're looking at. Bayway 41510 again says fish fighting upgrade. Are you asking if the fish fighting has been improved in this update, or are you saying it looks like it has been improved? We haven't done anything to the fighting in this update, have we?
No.
But we are looking at working on we did do something on how the bigger bass fight, didn't we? Or is that the next update?
That might be the next one.
I think that's the next one.
We've got the patch notes coming out. We've got the patch notes there. So
we'll be letting you know what's the key parts of the next update as well. But I know we're looking at how the bigger bass and pike in the American lakes fight. We're looking on improving on that, making it more realistic and taking less time as well. So that's coming. So that will be out with you soon. So Mark, you're running out of time, man.
I know, mate. It's fishing for you.
Can't win them all.
No, it'd be called catching if it was easy.
Hey. So trolling capable boats are coming soon, lol, says Chad. Chad, we can't say anything at the moment, can we? Because we don't want to give the game away. But, I mean, you can kind of use your trolling motor at the moment and leave a rod in there, can't you? But I know what you're saying, a specifically designed trolling boat. Maybe.
You never know.
No.
That was late. And I hit the trolling motor as well, which annoys me.
On Largo, it'd be nice to get out of the boat and fish 3 rods from the bankside, says David. Yeah, that would be lovely. At the moment, that's not salmon, by the way. At the moment, you can do one or the other, but you can't combine them. So that would be a cool thing to do. It'd also be nice on the American lakes when we add the carp to it, to be able to go out on your boat to, say, an island, then get on the island and get off and fish from the island.
Yeah.
Des has been told. So if it doesn't happen, or
Des has been told,
if it doesn't happen soon enough, you know the hashtag. So timeline on flathead and blue catfish. Months?
Yes, I think. Yeah.
When we say months, we're not talking like 12. Months and months and months and months, but we're saying not within the next 2 months, for example. By the end of the year, I'd like to think at least one of those will be in the game. Yeah, at least one, if not more. So that should give you a rough timeline on that. No pike in Raysbury. That's being sorted, Andy. They were all, unfortunately, placed in areas that you can't reach from casting, and they weren't moving across enough. So that's being improved. We'll be updating carp fighting. We're always looking to improve it if you don't think it's good enough. So if you give us any feedback on it, we'll be looking to change that for you. And yeah, can't catch pike at Rosebery. Just explained that the reason why is our mistake, and I believe that's been fixed or will be being fixed very soon. So if you can't do it now, you'll be able to in the next month. Mark, that looks like it could be a salmon.
Well, I'm hoping it's chunky.
You could be finishing with a salmon.
Well, I like to finish strong.
Don't get you.
No, whatever it is, it's a nice fish, all right. So.
Oh, that's a catfish, isn't it?
It's a nice fish.
There we go. So there we go, guys. Mark has failed to catch a salmon. Believe us, it's there. I know Mark has not allayed anyone's suspicions, but the salmon update is out now. You can catch salmon in the applicable US lakes, the Coho and the Chinook, and they go up to 44 pounds. The biggest are found in Lake Miller. As well as the salmon going into this update, there are some multiplier improvements. There are at least 12 new anglers for you to take on, real world anglers that have gone into career mode. And there's a whole host of other features and fixes as well. The full patch notes are out on our website and have been shared across our social media. So for all the details, check that out. The detail, a sneak peek of what's to come in the next update will be given as well. The tournament bass pack will be available very soon. We teased the imagery for it, and it's going to be Lake Jordan and Lake Seminole, which will be again $11.99, $14.99. Both lakes coming in one pack. That will be out very soon. Keep an eye on our social media for us teasing it as we go on. I'm now trying to stall while we see what fish this is.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't cut it off mid.
Come on.
We'll get it in. We're a little bit late starting as well.
So Big Time Jay says, down the time of the fish fights, they take too much time. Yep, some of them do, and that's what we're working on. Andy says, have good and thanks for the stream. No problem. More than happy to do it. Is it Stephen and Des next week? It must be, because I think people have been saying Sam was on it last week.
Yes. Stephen and Des.
It must be Stephen and Des, so you know what to do. Blame Des for everything and ask him lots of things.
Ridiculous questions.
Any new fish in Jordan and Seminole? No new species, because they've gone into the core update. So they've got the salmon have gone into this core update. But Jordan and Seminole will have all of the applicable species of fish in them that we do in the game. So if there's a fish species in the game and they're found in Seminole and Jordan in real life, they will be in there. So that hopefully answers that, and they will go up to the lake record size as well. So again, like I said, forgive me for not knowing exactly, but I think in Seminole the largemouth, because they're like Floridian strain, go over to £16. So that's what we'll be putting in the game.
It's always going to come off.
There we go.
Quality.
No more casting, Mark. Our time is up. You have failed.
I think that was a salmon as well. Guarantee you. The one that got away.
Always is.
It's the case.
FIFA
Apologies
Brazil.
for that one, but...
FIFA Brazil. We'll finish with FIFA Brazil, so fix the game, no salmon.
Yeah.
They are there.
They are
just
there.
Mark can't catch them.
No.
So
next time we do it, we'll challenge Darren to see if he can catch some carp.
Ooh.
See?
Next time we will come up, we'll just have a background shot of a salmon in the game.
Exactly, yeah.
To show you that they are really there.
They do exist. Send us your photographs.
Yeah.
Send us your cat shots.
Absolutely. But
Salmon Black, love that. Andy TNT.
Thank you very much, guys. You should still be able to hear us. Thanks for everything, and we will see you in a couple of weeks' time. But Des and Stephen will see you next week.
Yes. See you later. Thanks everybody.